What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Tyler Perry Sistas Season 8, Episode 20, Boss Lady. Let me tell y'all, first of all, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be notified and updated on every video that I drop. Alright? Second, that's my daughter, okay? She'll be in the background. She gonna be right there in the background. Anyway, so season 8, episode 20, Boss Lady. It is actually getting really good. It's really good. And I will say this, the character that Andy's character, I am here for that. I'm glad Tyler really bossed Andy up. Okay. So anyway, and y'all, I'm very surprised about what's going on in this whole debacle. Okay, girl, Miss Marie, what are we doing? So anyway, the episode starts with everyone at the firm applauding Andy. She enters the conference room and she thanks everybody, for again allowing her to be managing partner at Benson, Jones and Leland. She tells them that, hey, we got a lot of stuff happening, yada yada yada. And so y'all, we get the theme song. Not today though, not today. Anyway, so as it comes back on, she tells them that she won't let them down and that she appreciates their support in her. So Hayden walks in, and y'all, he all bruised up because, he got beat up by Madam's goons, okay? And so he tells Andy congratulations. And at this point, Fatima is antagonizing him because she knows what happened. She was like, I could get you to talk to somebody. I mean, I can get you a doctor so they can see. And Hayden is like, no, I don't need you to get nothing for me. And at this point, I'm definitely over Fatima with the whole acting like a bulldog. Like I just need her to calm all the way down. Like, I need her to calm all the way down. So, and y'all, this not me taking up for Hayden, but at some point, I can't, it's childish. Like, at some point, it's childish, So, Robin, after everybody, Fatima leaves, Robin officially congratulate Andy, and, he tells her, hey, since everything has been in place, you're back, now I can leave. And so, he's going back to the UK after he finished up a couple cases and just align a lot of stuff, a couple more things up. So she was like, that's so soon. And yeah, I figured he was gonna leave. I'm hoping that Tyler keeps him around. I don't know what it is, but I hope Tyler keep him around. I don't know. But Sabrina and Damani come back, they get off the airplane, return back from their work conference in Turks and Caicos. And Sabrina looked happy. She's laughing. She's talking because, last time we saw Sabrina, she was just sad and mad. And, so the trip that she had, the trip to Turks and Caicos was something that she really, really needed to lift her up. And her and Damani are getting along really, really well. So Tony walks up to her and Damani, and she was like, Damani, this Tony, this Damani, and he act like he didn't want to, he didn't want to shake Damani's hand, so he didn't. So now he was like, oh, you look refreshed, and this is not what he said verbatim. I'm just summing up basically what he was saying. So he was in Sabrina's business, and he was like, oh, you look refreshed, and for you to be on a business trip, like really questioning her, like he had some, he had some nerve. Like, no, you know. So she tells him, it's been a month and my friends still haven't been at work while you here minding my business. Like, what about Danny? And Tony said, that her and her sister circle, basically the sister circle, all need to learn how to take accountability for their own actions and stop pointing a finger at everybody. And Sabrina was like, Tony, you really need to calm down, because right now you're doing team too much. And prior to him, them talking about Danny, he then tells her, yeah, Rich told me what happened, and he had no clue as to what's going, like, he only know Rich's side. Okay, and Rich has this thing where he lacks understanding. It irritates my soul. That's why I don't like him. Or Tony or Jordan. I don't like either of them, Gary or Hayden. And what's his name? Aaron. That's most of the men. I love Zach, except for when he acting childish. I love Zach and Maurice, the original two. I love them. Anyway, so at this point he tells them that they need to take accountability. Okay. As it relates to taking accountability, I get that the women had their own thing going on. I also get, everybody was, we all have our thing. We all have our thing. But let's be clear, the situation with Danny and Tony, it started, she became a target when he put her in a program. He used his position to put her in a program that she didn't ask for. Even when he told her, she told him that she didn't want it. He kept pushing it and pushing it. And while all of this was happening, the co-worker got mad because he felt like he should have been in a program, but we'll get there later as well. At this point, Tony is giving bitter. You're mad about the situation with Danny, and now you're using your friend's situation in order to deflect. Like, that makes no sense to me. You really need to mind your business and handle your own business. So we get over to the salon, and Pam is going live for more clicks and views for her roots to riches. Karen wants Pam to do more promoting while she deals with the business side of things, but Pam feels like Karen also needs to be on, be live and on social media promoting the business also. Pam actually wants Karen to exploit her children for some cash. She wants Karen to tell her story so they can bring in, so if she feels like it would be more lucrative if Karen told her side of the story, like, I'm pregnant with with twins with two different baby daddies, and I'm a struggling single mom. And I'm like, girl, no. So Miss Marie Willis, she on the phone. She mad about her mimosa. She's mad about her room service. I actually thought that was her house, but I did think that it was room service. So she's pissed about all of these things, and we get up on the door. And she was like, open the door. I thought it was Hayden. What the hell you doing here? You ain't supposed to be here. It's Hudson. Wait a minute. What? Okay, Tyler, like, you threw a monkey wrench in my plans with this one. Because I didn't see this one coming. I didn't understand last week why she tried to get that POA rescinded. But now we see why. So apparently Hudson has been working for Marie Willis for a long time now. And that's a lot. So Hudson comes in talking to, talking to Marie, telling her, I thought I asked you to rescind, yada, yada, yada. Marie, like, who you talking to? Basically, he tells Marie that, you didn't persuade the judge like you were supposed to. And because you did not do that, Hayden actually was able to have that POA change from Hudson to him. But what they don't know is Hayden actually has his own personal vendetta, his own personal reasons for having this done. So I don't know what's going to happen. But Marie tells he tells Marie that Judge Swinton granted the request for the POA to be changed over to Hayden. So over at Fatima's house, Zach is at the board figuring out who could have staffed Gary. He has an idea. Then he calls Fatima to tell her about his discovery. And, she has to rush him off the phone because after the meeting, she had to wait for the new client to come in. And she had to go get the new client. So she was like, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you back. And she goes to the lobby and she gets Danny. And we remember that Danny did go to Andy asking about Andy representing her or whatever. So Andy agreed. Now we know that Andy is a divorce attorney. However, the attorney that was dealing with the employee aspect of everything, she actually is out on maternity leave. So Andy has been brushed up on everything, and she's going to step in at this mediation. Right now it's just a mediation, and it's all for Danny to get her job back. But at this point, I wouldn't even want my job back, but I will sue them if I can. So it is what it is, and I hope it goes into Danny's favor. So Tony walks in the firm looking at Danny. He was like, Danny, and Danny was like, Tony. And Fatima takes Danny and takes Danny into the conference room. Tony comes in with both of his attorneys. The attorney, and I want to say that one of the airline people. So in the conference room, Andy and Robin is still in there, and he has to leave. He tells her, he's leaving after he finished up a couple cases, and then he asks her, are you going to miss me? And she says she will talk to him after the clients leave. Wait, am I on the right page? Yes, I am. I'm sorry, guys. So she said she'll talk to him after the clients leave. So before he got the door, he was like, you owe me an answer. And she was like, okay. So I think his answers might be, his leaving might be contingent on Andy's answer. Because I don't understand how Tyler derailed that whole situation between her and Jordan, where she was like, I'm still in love with Robin. So are you now going to make them a thing? And what are you going to do with Rich, Tony, and Jordan? Anyway, so everybody arrived at the mediation, and Tony whispers over to his attorney to tell her, isn't this Danny and Andy are friends? So isn't this what they call it? Oh my God, I'm totally spacing. So he lets them know that, this is not, they're friends, So Andy did explain to them, like, I'm not the attorney on this case, but the attorney on this case is on maternity leave. So Danny starts to talk about what happened, and Andy tells her to refrain from talking, because she's trying to explain her side, but the attorneys on Tony's attorneys is like, let her talk. And it was like, no, I got this. I got you. So in the next scene, Hudson was apparent. This is what was happening. Hudson was supposed to give Marie Gary shares of his company, and she was supposed, in exchange for her getting the FBI off of his back. Hudson tells Marie she owe him, and she said, I don't owe you a damn thing. And he was like, what are you gonna do? She was like, baby, I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. I was like, I ain't hear that in a long time. So they was going back and forward, and I actually thought that he had a camera, something on him to record it, because y'all know Hudson is pretty sneaky. So she tells him, like, you need to fix this. You need to fix this. You need to make sure I have these shares. You do your part and I do my part. So Damani and Sabrina arrives at her house, and he wants her to laugh and smile more, but he wants her to do that with him. And I'm like, sir, you know this lady just broke up with her boyfriend. Like, why would you even ask her that? Like, why would you stop? Like, she's going to go forward with your babies, but I just think that you just really need to get to know her rather than trying to be with her. So she tells him that things are still complicated, and he lets her know that, hey, I'm here. And he said, I'll give you a call, to give me, no, he says, I'm here. So whenever you need me, just give me a call. He kisses her hand and then he leaves. Y'all, we didn't see Maurice this episode or Paige. I kind of missed them, but all right, whatever. So Gary is being released from the hospital. And we found out that him and Hayden, I guess the way it's looking like, he knows that Hayden, no, he did ask Hayden to get that, to rescind that power of attorney. So he tells, Hayden tells Gary that he was able to have the judge to turn it over. And so Gary was like, well, how did you do that? Apparently the judge's son or nephew is gay and was in a gay club or something. And so Hayden had one of the investigators at the firm to go dig up some stuff on the judge. And that's how he was able to have that POA reversed. I was like, oh, maybe they still conniving. But I don't know. We just need to find out what's happening. So we get down. Penelope goes down to the police station. Apparently, Jordan has been arrested for choking Gary. Remember, y'all, when he went to the hospital, that was the last thing we saw. We saw him choking Gary. Penelope, of course, came to visit him, and she said that the judge denied his bail. The judge thinks that he's a flight risk. And, she tells him, I'm going to fix it. We're going to make this okay. And when you get out, we are going to make Gary and Andy pay. And I was like, girl, you still don't get it, huh, mama? You don't get it. This lady didn't do it. She tried to protect him, just like she tried to protect you. Like, it's this allegiance that Jordan has with Penelope that is so weird. It's like whatever she says, he does. I don't know. Maybe, the parents died and Penelope had to always take care of Jordan. And so it's just a mess. So apparently what's happening is because Jordan went to Gary's, because he went for attempted murder. So Jordan went to Gary's hospital room. They charged him with the murder because they think that when he went to Gary's room, they automatically assumed that he tried to unalive Gary again. So they're putting it off on him, which I think that's what Zach was trying to say. I think Zach realized or figured out that it probably was Jordan that did it. How he got there, I don't know. And I think that's what he was trying to explain to Fatima. But when Fatima told him, what was happening currently with Jordan, his whole theory just went out the window. So I don't know. So Sabrina goes down to the Jamba Juice and see Rich. And she speaks, she's like, how are you doing? And he was like, I'm okay. And he throws Turks and Caicos in her face. And he's making these accusations as if she went on a trip of pleasure with Damani. And he knew that she had to go to work. Go for a work thing. He tells Sabrina he don't have time for this. And that they both should focus on their goals and dreams on their own. And I was like, girl, run. Okay? Just run. So Maria's on the phone. She's asking for $500,000 to be placed in 3 offshore accounts. And I was like, Marie, what we doing? Like, I need this to make sense to me, because I love Miss Marie so much. I hope she's not trying to sabotage these women, but I don't. Something tells me that I don't think so. I think she knows how to manipulate and get what she needs from the men. So, she calls, what's her name? She calls Karen, checks on Karen, checks and see how she's doing. Like, she immediately switched. Like, she was just on the phone with somebody doing something, moving some money over, and then she calls Karen and was like, how are you doing? How are the babies? Did you decide to pursue Aaron? And if you pursue him, please make sure that he's there for you and the kids and not just, So it's like, okay. So she says, I know I have to check on my little cute cubs or whatever she said, because Marie act like she is the mama bear of all of these women. So she was like, I know I have to check on my cubs. She said, but I'm business first, and I need you to know, if things are not making dollars, it's not making sense. Okay. So in the next scene, we get back to the salon where Karen and Pam are practicing to go live for their Roots to Riches hold debacle. All right. So back at the law firm, Andy asks, why is Danny the only one suspended and not Tony? She was telling him, she was telling the attorney that you do know that your client was the one who, your client was the one who, what did they do? Who put Danny in the program. He used his title, overwritten some stuff after it was closed to put Danny in a program that she didn't ask him to be put in. And when he put her in a program, and she told him specifically that she did not want to be put in a program. Now, when you look at the attorney's face, she's like, it was almost like a look of defeat. But then every time Andy kept mentioning, why isn't Leonard suspended? Why, like, what's happening with Leonard? The lady who worked for the airline, she just had this look on her face like something is going on, but she didn't say what. And to me, I found that to be very telling. So for me, overall, at this point, Andy is giving big dog. Andy stepped up her coochie lips. Andy ate the piss out of the entire airline and the staff in that mediation. Ate and left 0 crumbs. When I tell you the strength in Andy, man, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that as a businesswoman. We still need her to gather her strength. You need you to tweak her character and gather her strength when it comes to these men. I'm liking this Andy this season. I'm definitely liking that. I'm hoping that all the women come out on top. I need Sabrina to deal with this Rich situation. If y'all can write that in there and give her Damani as a good guy and a good guy only. Like, it's time for them to start maneuvering. You're gonna put them in relationships. I need them to stop being in struggle relationships. I need them to actually be in something real, tangible, something that actually benefits them, that we can see on camera, kind of like Zach and Fatima. We need that for the rest of these women. Yeah, they're going to go through their issues, but not like this. It felt like the relationship was hard, but you have to remove the Garys of the world, the manipulating people of the world, and the Haydens of the world, But other than that, actually, y'all, this was really a good episode. I'm not even gonna hold you. This was a good episode, y'all. Anyway, like I said, before you head out of here, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Also, I just posted a video on my thoughts about Karen getting sentenced to a year in prison. Y'all, please go check that video out. As a matter of fact, check out all of my videos, share my videos, make sure I'm keeping me in the algorithm. It would be so nice if you guys can just like my videos, and send some people around. I really was trying to get to 200 subscribers before the end of February, but I mean, we still have 2 more days, so anything can happen. I don't know, but I was just hoping. I was hoping for the best. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.